All right, so here's some kind of basic economy picking ideas. A couple things to note when you're economy picking is anytime it's like a rest stroke. So whenever you're going from string to string, it's not two discrete pick strokes. So it's not going to be down, down. It's going to be down as a rest stroke where you push through the string you're playing to this next string. Same goes for when you're going up. It's not going to be up, up. It's going to be up with a rest stroke, so you're pushing into the string above to get to that next up. Now, another thing to note is whenever you're going down, so if this is your neutral picking position, you want to make sure that you kind of angle your hand this way, and that's going to make those rest strokes kind of glide through the strings. Whenever you're going up, you want to angle your pick in the opposite direction. So if this is neutral, you want it kind of this way. It's not really a pick angle per se, it's your hand angle. It's going to make it easier to slide through the strings. And if you want to kind of, that's kind of the motion. All right, so in the PDF that I sent you, I've got this exercise that I used to do a lot when I first started economy picking. Kind of gets you used to using a rest stroke. So we're in A minor pentatonic. This is our position. And the lick is basically this. So you have 7-5, 7-5 on the G and the D string. Normally you would pick that down, up, down, up. What you're going to do instead of that is you're going to go down, up, down. And so you have down, up, that's a rest stroke, up, down, which is a rest stroke. So, and it's okay to kind of let your thumb joint move a little bit. It kind of helps with the flow. And you might feel yourself kind of pushing with your forearm. That kind of helps it. So these are 8th notes or 16th notes. They're going to sound like this. And I would suggest practicing at a moderate tempo because otherwise this is going to kind of, like economy picking is something that if you're doing it too slow, it's not going to sound good. So with this lick, this is 16th notes at 100. You have, you can also throw in your flat 5, which would be 8, 5, 7, 5. What this is going to do is it's going to help you get used to just doing the rest strokes. It eliminates like all the complicated kind of stuff you can do with an exercise and instead just focuses on getting that mechanic, that motion mechanic going. And one thing you can do is you can start to apply this to like the pentatonic sixes that we talked about, which you would pick down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Instead of doing that, you can also down, up, down, down, or up, down. So down, up, down, up, down. It's a little smoother sounding. Then you repeat the process. Down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down. So it's 16th notes that would sound. You can also do that as like 16th note triplets. And that's kind of a good way to kind of get started into the economy pick. Now, coming from that idea, here's a kind of basic economy picking lick that you can do. It's not an exercise, it's a lick. So what you're going to do is you're going to take one string set. So like your E and your B strings. And we'll take this in E minor pentatonic, and this is what it would look like. Those are all the patterns. So you got and those are all the patterns that are on that string. And what you can do is you can take that first basic lick and kind of slur it out. So you got so it's kind of like a sort of a sound. So that would be down, up, down, up, down. Then you just go through your string set. You can move it around. Get kind of a jumping thing going on. A little faster. Alright, so now you can take that and you can apply it to 3-note per string bass scales. So we'll go back to E. This is our Dorian pattern. What you can do is you can take 3 strings of that. So the top 3 strings, 11, 12, 14, 12, 14, 15, 12, 14, 15, and economy pick it straight up. So down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down. Go to your next pattern, which is 17, 15, 14, 17, 15, 14, 16, 14, 12, and just descend, which would be up, down, down, up, down, up. And that's going to sound like this as triplets. Sixteenth notes. Sixteenth note triplets. So that's kind of like the basic kind of scale mechanic. What you can also do is you can work on arpeggios that way. So I'll show you 3 basic shapes. We're going to base this off a D chord. So you're going to take your basic D chord, make an arpeggio out of it. So you got 14, 15, 14, 17. And this is the pattern. So what you're doing is you're going down, 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 up, pull off, up, and then start over with the down. So down, 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 up, or up, pull off, up. Down, 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 up, pull off, up. And all you have to do to make that a minor arpeggio is lower your third, which is the 14 on the high E string. Lower that to the 13. Same picking pattern. Then to make it like a diminished arpeggio, we're just going to kind of change our shape a little bit. So you have 14, 16, 14, 17. And what you can do is you can go through any like key and just outline the arpeggio. So if you were in C, and we'll start from the lowest position down, you have D minor, E minor, F, G, A minor, and that's your diminished to your C. And you can keep going. So what that would sound like with the metronome is triplets would be this. You can do it as 16th note triplets too. That would sound like this. And that's kind of a musical way to practice this. And I think economy picking is useful for a lot of stuff. You can do sweep arpeggios with it, so you can do the kind of ideas, and you can do scale stuff. Here's an example. This is a lick that I'm kind of working on. It's got like 7s in it, so I'll do it in G. So it's like 7s ascending, and then it just kind of goes back down. But you can also use it for any kind of scale bass. So let me know if any of that was kind of helpful, or if that is kind of what you're working on.